Are open relationships smart? Is it good to live and be in an open relationship? For those of you that might be new to this subject, let me explain real quickly. An open relationship is when you and your partner live together, but you can have other partners outside of that agreement, if you will. So if you are married, for example, husband and wife, the wife can go out and have outside marital relationships physically, and so can the husband. Or if you are a boyfriend, girlfriend, you can do the same, and you're still living under the same roof. So why do people do this? Uh, Oftentimes, it could be for financial reasons, more so than not, I would imagine, because if you both got together at one time and there was a spark in that relationship, something that drew you together, and maybe you just sort of pulled apart, but you realized that I might not be able to do this by myself if I were to leave the other person. So you come to some sort of mutual agreement between the two of you. Uh, since uh, we're not loving or liking each other as much as we did when we first got together, we still have a amiable relationship as far as respect for one another, but economically I can't leave the relationship and have the same status or lifestyle. I can't maintain the same lifestyle, in other words, apart from you. So both of our incomes combined in this relationship, you know, allows both of us to have all of these extra things or these amenities or to live this particular lifestyle. So between the two of us, is it okay that we still stay together and take care of our finances together and even grow financially in this relationship and still have other partners outside of the relationship? And maybe even have an open relationship from the standpoint of we can even ask a person or two or more to come and have physical and or sexual relationships with us in our own home and we in theirs. Some people do that every single day. It's just not in the mainstream media or news. But I'm asking you today, do you think it's okay? Is it morally right to have an open relationship? Now, I gave you the scenario as to why many people have them because of financial reasons and so forth. But this is my take. Now, I've lived life well up into my 50s now. I've had several relationships. I'm married. Because of those emotional attachments I've had throughout my life and having children and family and so on, I know what it feels like to feel uncomfortable in a relationship. And I can't imagine being in a relationship and the woman or the person that I loved and shared myself with for so many years is sharing herself with someone else. Me, personally, can't see it. Can't do it. I would rather be alone without a wife or a spouse if I knew that my wife was going out of our home and having some relationship with some other guy or even several guys. Couldn't do it. Now, it goes deeper within me as a person as far as expression. I can't really conjure up the words to express how much that would bother me. I wouldn't do it on YouTube, but it would make me feel a certain way if I didn't know, but it was happening. Again, if I was in a relationship, hypothetically speaking, and my wife was having secret rendezvous, for example, with other men, excuse my expression, I would be totally pissed off. And I would hate to see myself come to that other side of myself where the sleeping tiger wants to pounce. I'm sorry. That's just me, and I'm being perfectly honest. So I believe that relationships should consist of just two individuals. One man per woman, one woman per man. That's it, and that's all. That's all. And it should be a committed relationship. If you doubt your partner, sit down and talk to them. Hopefully they're going to be honest with you on either side. And if you're okay with the conclusion of that conversation, then by all means continue it. But if there are any types of evidence, and I'm not talking about paranoia involved, but if there is any concrete evidence that your spouse is doing something outside of you, the male or the female, then you might want to have that final conversation. Just as I'm speaking to you right now, hostility is never going to be the answer. Sit down and you look them dead in the eye and you say, well, I'm laying this on the table. First of all, you can't be honest with me, but I'm going to tell you the information that I have, and it is concrete. And I know that you haven't been honest to me or with me. So I feel that it's necessary for me to leave so that I can maintain my own sanity and have peace of mind, because I'm not going to have it here. Because even if you tell me that you're sorry, knowing that you have done it not just once but many times, I won't believe it. Because I can see possibly a fling in the night because of something going on in your relationship, and I'm not condoning that. But when you have an ongoing relationship with one person, not to mention maybe more, it was intended to be that way. You just never intended to be caught. So, getting back to the original premise, I know I said a couple things, but getting back to the original premise of the video, should you have an open marriage? I say with a resounding no, you should not. No open marriage. Now, it's not going to stop the people that's doing it. It's not going to stop the people who may want to do it in the future. But I'm just telling you what my take is. And from a moral standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, when you have cared for someone and they care for you in kind, they don't want anybody else.